I had to put some glasses on just so I could do this, take them off and say, what the f are we doing, Gen Z?
Rachel Ziegler then inexplicably continued to post herself in an empty theater for her own movie. Literally the only person there. And do you not understand how humiliating this is? Meanwhile, the experience at Minecraft goes something like this.
But it's hard. And it's lonely. It's very lonely. I just know that if that loneliness can exist, so can other things, and I will be okay.
You know you're in trouble when a bunch of pixelated blocks crush your multi-million-dollar movie. While Disney's Snow White stumbled and fell flat on its face, Minecraft the movie just sprinted past it like it wasn't even a competition. And stuck right in the middle of this mess? Rachel Zegler, who now holds the unfortunate honor of starring in one of Disney's biggest embarrassments yet. It's almost poetic. On one side, you have a simple, fun movie based on a blocky video game. On the other, a preachy live-action remake that somehow managed to upset half the internet before it even hit theaters. The result? Families lined up for Minecraft like it was the hottest ticket in town, while Snow White theaters looked like ghost towns, tumbleweeds and all. And for Rachel Ziegler, it's not just a box office loss, it's full-on public humiliation. In just one weekend, Minecraft made more money in the US than Snow White managed to scrape together worldwide after 3 weekends. Let that sink in for a second. We're talking about a movie based on virtual dirt and blocks, absolutely stomping a Disney classic reboot into the ground.
Please?
For which movie?
And the worst part? Rachel Ziegler was basically the only one still standing at the Snow White screenings, probably waving to the empty chairs and pretending it was a sold-out show. It's brutal. Imagine hyping up your movie for months, only to be outsold by a bunch of pixelated sheep and exploding green monsters.
Waiting on a wish beneath 1,000 treetops, as the skilled the sky tops. I long to leave the world behind me, the world that's meant to be, the she I'm proud of me. I forgot all the words.
If there's a Hall of Fame for Hollywood flops, Snow White 2025 just earned a VIP pass. And it's not like people didn't see this coming. The second Rachel Zegler opened her mouth during interviews, it was like watching a slow-motion car crash. Instead of promoting the movie, she spent most of her time trashing the original Snow White. You know, the one that built the entire Disney empire.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. Like, I'm being so serious. I watched it once and then I went on the ride in Disney World, which was called Snow White's Scary Adventures. Doesn't sound like something a little kid would like. Was terrified of it. Never revisited Snow White again. So I watched it for the first time in probably 16, 17 years when I was doing this film.
She called it outdated and made it very clear she wasn't interested in the whole true love fairy tale thing. Cool. Except the people buying tickets were interested in that. Turns out, if you mock the story everyone loves, they don't exactly rush out to support your reimagined version. Crazy how that works.
The 2022 version of Snow White. What did you mean by that?
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and it very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with the guy who literally stalks her. Weird. So we didn't do that this time.
Meanwhile, Minecraft just kept it simple. No lectures, no rewriting childhood memories. Just a fun, family-friendly adventure where you get to watch blocky characters run around and fight off creepers. And audiences loved it. Critics rolled their eyes, sure, but regular people showed up in droves, turning theaters into loud, rowdy parties.
This is the moment teenagers let off a fire extinguisher in Melbourne.
Chicken jockey! Oh my god! Holy
At some showings, kids were so hyped, security had to step in. And honestly, that's the kind of problem movie studios dream about.
Okay, Snitch.
It wasn't about politics. It wasn't about fixing anything. It was about having a good time. Something Disney seems to have completely forgotten how to do. The real kicker? This disaster was totally avoidable. All Disney had to do was stick to what made Snow White a classic. A simple, heartfelt story about kindness, courage, and yeah, a little bit of magic. Instead, they handed the role to someone who treated the original like it was a dusty old relic that needed fixing.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird.
It's not that weird.
It's really not.
No, I'm not one of those people who is threatened by feminism or, female empowerment. I'm not. But you just criticize this movie for things that it isn't.
Yeah.
The dude ain't no stalker, all right? He ain't got enough personality to be a stalker. A damn witch and magic and animals dancing and you talking, but yet the love story, the most normal thing in that, that's the weird thing.
Weird.
And you gotta be weird with it. Weird.
Rachel Zegler wasn't just starring in the movie, she became the poster child for everything fans hated about the remake. And while she gave speech after speech about how empowering the new Snow White was, audiences were busy buying Minecraft tickets instead. The message was loud and clear. People don't want lectures, they just want a good story.
I get stopped for photos every time I'm online for the Snow White ride, and it is I have to pretend like, oh God, well, crazy that we're in front of this.
Wait, how often are you in line for the Snow White ride?
I'm a narcissist. I don't know. It's always like my publicist Ashton was with me the last time it happened, and I was like, God, I hope no one, because every time they come up to me, I'm always online for this freaking ride, and they think it's like I'm standing there waiting for the photo op, being like,
well, you kind of are,
No, I guess
it's like
so.
if Harrison Ford's not standing outside of Indiana Jones.
Look, Rachel Ziegler didn't write Snow White. She didn't direct it. She didn't spend millions making the decisions that turned it into a giant mess. But she definitely didn't help herself either. Instead of playing it smart and hyping up the movie, she went on a press tour basically insulting the story, the characters, and, by extension, the fans. It's like she handed a gift-wrapped excuse to everyone who was already skeptical.
Am I the problem?
Of course you are!
And Disney, they just let it happen. No course correction, no smart PR moves, just silence as the movie slid faster and faster toward disaster. Meanwhile, Minecraft was out there having the time of its life. Theaters were packed, kids were cheering, parents were laughing, even teenagers, and notoriously hard to impress, were showing up in droves, turning showings into full-on events.
Do not let the reviews fool you. The Minecraft movie is a total disaster. Critics gave it a 43%, with many saying that it lacks substance, and it's clear that they just made this movie to make a ton of money. But for some reason, the audience has given it an 83%.
And here's the funniest part. Critics trashed Minecraft. They called it too childish, too simple, and too blocky. But the audience? They gave it a glowing 83% approval score. Turns out, when you respect your audience and just give them something fun, they show up. Critics are not. Compare that to Snow White, where Disney seemed more focused on teaching a lesson than telling a story.
Well, it's official. Snow White is officially ranked the worst movie of all time, reaching now a 1.8. People on the internet think, you know what, it should be even worse. And honestly, I don't disagree with them. These 7 CGI monstrosities. You're telling me, Disney, you could not find 7 actors to portray the iconic 7 dwarves? For me, the fact that they literally took jobs for a role that is really hard for these kind of actors, that alone, this movie deserves all the hate. Honestly, Warwick Davis would have been a hilarious ass Grumpy.
Every change they made, From the script rewrites to the weird marketing, just pushed fans further away. Instead of a magical fairy tale, people got a 2-hour lecture wrapped in a shiny Disney logo. And nobody wants to pay $15 to be scolded, especially when they could just watch pixelated sheep and exploding creepers on a giant screen instead. At the end of the day, audiences made it clear fun beats preachy every single time. And let's be real, Disney's biggest mistake wasn't just picking the wrong lead or tweaking the story. It was forgetting who their audience actually is. The people who grew up loving Snow White didn't want it fixed. They didn't want it modernized into something unrecognizable. They just wanted the magic back. Instead, Disney gave them a lecture about how outdated they were, and then acted surprised when nobody showed up. Meanwhile, Minecraft didn't try to reinvent itself. It simply embraced what made people love it in the first place. And guess what? It worked.
Who is the fairest of them all? Apparently it isn't Snow White.
Jonah Platt, whose father helped produce the latest Snow White film, had some very harsh words for star Rachel Ziggler.
I never would have imagined that I would get to be Snow White. So truly just for people to see someone who looks like them, someone who represents a dreamer, no matter what they look like or where they come from.
And now Disney's stuck trying to figure out what went wrong, even though everyone else already knows. They bet everything on a fresh take that nobody asked for, handed the mic to a lead actress who couldn't stop poking the bear, and ignored every red flag fans waved months before release. Meanwhile, Minecraft walked in, said, "Hey, want to have some fun?" and cashed in a $300 million check.
Snow White is now the lowest rated movie in history on IMDb with a 1.8. The remake of the movie that saved Disney back in 1938 is now a 1.8 with 96,000 people voting on it, making it officially the lowest rated movie on IMDb in history, with 82,000 people saying that it was a 1 or lower, which is 99.6% of the people that voted on it. But hey, 3,000 said that it was a 10, so there's that.
It's not rocket science. Respect the story, respect the audience. And maybe, just maybe, you won't get steamrolled by a movie based on virtual dirt blocks. At this point, Disney's big problem isn't just one bad movie. It's the growing feeling that they don't understand their own audience anymore. Fans are tired of being preached to. They're tired of beloved classics being turned into awkward lectures. They just want stories that feel magical again, without a side order of finger wagging. If Disney keeps ignoring that, Snow White won't be a one-time embarrassment. It'll be a warning sign for every movie they try to release next. And judging by how fast audiences ran to Minecraft, that warning is already flashing bright red. The Snow White brand, once one of their crown jewels, feels tarnished. The trust between Disney and its audience? Shaky at best. And Rachel Zegler? She's facing the roughest PR storm of her career. All because a simple fairy tale got turned into a giant political statement nobody asked for. If there's one thing Hollywood should learn from this, it's that you can't bully audiences into loving something. You have to earn it. And Minecraft earned every dollar. So what's next? Disney has two choices. They can either keep doubling down, rewriting classics until nobody recognizes them anymore, or they can finally listen, really listen, to the people who actually buy the tickets. Because if they don't, more movies are going to flop, more fans are going to walk away, and more simple little movies like Minecraft are going to swoop in and steal the spotlight. As for Rachel Ziggler, maybe she'll bounce back with a role that fits her better. Or maybe she'll be a cautionary tale for the next generation of actors. Respect the story, respect the audience. And maybe, just maybe, don't insult the people you're hoping will show up. If you enjoyed this breakdown, remember to like and subscribe to the channel.